Hey everyone, it's Christy, and unfortunately I am on cycle day 2 of the 17th cycle of trying to conceive. Baby number 1. I have an appointment on Monday, which is tomorrow, with my doctor, just to get some test results back and just to, I guess, plan ahead and see what the plan is from here on. I wrote down a whole list of things that I'm going to ask her, and I was hoping that you guys could help me and maybe suggest anything else that you think I should ask or bring up. So I'm going to go in and ask for, obviously, my results for all the tests that I've done recently, which is the FSH test, FHS, you know what I'm talking about, pelvic ultrasound, the HSG test, I'm so sorry, and I did get tested for chlamydia as well, so I'm going to ask, what the results of those things were. I also wanted to ask about Clomid, because this is going to be my 3rd cycle on Clomid, and she has told me to take 25 milligrams the last 2 cycles, so I don't know whether or not to ask to go up to 50 milligrams. I don't think that 25 milligrams is doing all that much, but we'll just see. So the Clomid thing I'm going to ask about. I also want to ask about my luteal phase, because I suspect a defect, but obviously I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. And the reason why I say that is because over the last 17 or 16 cycles, my luteal phase has ranged from 7 days to 14 days, with an average of 12. But I didn't think that it was meant to fluctuate like that, so I wanted to ask her about that. I wanted to ask her about how many cycles of Clomid that I'm going to be put on before we try something else. I don't want it to be like just aimlessly going on Clomid. I just want to know that, okay, well, it's going to be 3 cycles or 10 cycles or whatever, and then if it doesn't work, this is what we're going to do. So I really want her to tell me what's going to happen, if the Clomid, sorry, the cat's scratching on her post, is not going to work. So then I wanted to know, if we move on from Clomid, what are those things that I'm moving on to? So I've written down a few things that I've looked up and heard from you ladies. So there are some injections that you can take to regulate hormones and trigger the release of more eggs per cycle, and after that is IUI, IVF, and then something called ICSI. So I don't know what that is. ICSI. Yeah, so I thought maybe she could explain those to me. I've forgotten what my progesterone levels were the last times that I got tested for my progesterone levels, so I want to ask her about that. This cycle on Clomid, which is my last cycle on Clomid, sorry, she didn't get me to test for to check my progesterone levels, so I'm wondering whether or not we should test or check this cycle. I had checked previously to go on Clomid, then we checked when I was on Clomid for the first time, and then that's all. And that's all the questions that I have. Oh, no I don't. I have more questions. And then I was going to bring up the fact that during my pelvic ultrasound, the technician, said that she noticed a lot of follicles, more than what would be condemned normal. So I wanted to ask what that means, and that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any other questions that you think I should ask or bring up or mention, please comment below, and I will endeavour to get those questions answered, just so I know where I'm going. So that's all, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll update you again shortly when I've seen my doctor and I've got some answers.